Hey YouTube, what's up? Today I'm bringing you a bit of Ibuki gameplay in two different games. The first one's on Oceans, where I kind of show off the general gameplay style that I use on this ship. And the second one is going to be, I added it in at the end because it was a fun game on Hotspot where my spawn got cornered by the enemy team, and I had to pull a few tricks just to get out of a tight situation, and we ended up pulling off a pretty sweet victory. So without further ado, let's get on to the game that I'm in right now on Oceans. So I have this Ibuki set up to be max range. I think it's like 19.5 kilometers, and I use it just as a long range AG spammer, which is basically a lot of the IJN line for cruisers. A lot of people actually consider this ship a downgrade after the Mogami, but I think that's because it's kind of like going from the Kuma to the Furutaka. It's a complete shift if you're used to using the Mogami's 155s, and it just doesn't feel the same going back to the 203s because this is an amazing ship. I like the turret layout more than the Miyoko's. It has the Mogami style of turret layout, and the 203s on it are just amazing. And the range you can get on them, you'll reach out and touch anything with your HE spam, or if you're firing AP spam. Still got the 10k torps. You don't downgrade to 8k torps until the Zao, but those torps are bloody fast. But this is a map on Oceans, and I know they have I think they had a Shimikaze or two. But I was being very careful in the start. I want to get on the inside of this Turpitz that's behind me because I know he has slightly more range than me. Oh, there's some incoming fire. Slowing down to make sure it's not on me, because I don't want to get hit by those battleships on the enemy team. I know they had an Iowa. So, somebody's returning fire, but I can't quite see the ships yet. Guess I'll just have to shift over more. I never liked running the 203s on the Mogami either because of its short range. It didn't seem useful. You might as well just light every fire in the world. Oh, there's their Amagi. Send some rain of fire his way. Here it comes. Come on, give me a few hits. Maybe a fire? Ah, no fires. Come on. These 203s have a wicked high fire chance, and I just love it. It's so fun to set 9, 10 fires per game. Oh, there's one. First one. Now he might not use his repair ability on that one. He might save it for if he had another fire or if he got hit by a torpedo. But he is taking a lot of damage, and it looks like he did use that repair ability. And he's getting the hell out of dodge because the Amagi is just a battle cruiser. It doesn't have... Oh, here comes some torps. But the Amagi doesn't have the armor that a regular battleship does. So he's getting shot at, and he's taking a pretty good pounding from our battleships. Yeah. Take some pot shots at the Zao. It's always a dangerous target. It's a wicked good ship. I can't wait till I get mine. Light damage, nothing much. Bad aim. Come on. Get to me some hits. Maybe the second time's the charm? Better damage, but still not a lot. You can see a wave of Shimikaze torps going out across the screen. Those are never fun to be in the aiming circle of, because 15 torpedoes is hard to dodge if they place them right, especially if you're in a battleship and you don't see them coming. So again, Iowa sitting still, or almost sitting still, and we got a Zao over there. I kind of pinged the Zao so that people would hit it if it's broadside, and then I immediately start shooting at the Iowa, which I felt bad about in the game because it's kind of changing people's focus when I'm not even shooting at that target. But looks like I'm not the only one shooting at the Iowa. And there goes a destroyer to a Shimikaze torpedo strike. So it's always a funny thing getting another destroyer with a random torpedo shot from your destroyer, because you never knew they were there and they just kind of walked into your torps, you could say. So keep HE spamming this Iowa. I think he's the only tier 9 battleship on their team. Not sure if they had one or two Iowas. I think they only had one. But we'll keep pouring the HE to him and see if we can get him down so that our battleships up by base can take care of him. Oh, there's some more torpedoes. Well, wasn't watching where I was going. I found our Zhao. Wow, that ship's beautiful. I like it better without paint, but it just looks like such a nice ship. More shots out on the Iowa. Just some wicked long-range play on this Ibuki. You really don't want to get hit. As for stealth firing in it, I'm pretty sure I could do it, but I don't have the ability to know when I'm being spotted or not on my captain. So it'd be hard for me to tell if I'm actually invisible or not. Speaking of which, here comes some Mogami 155 fire. I think it's 155. I never really checked to see what his rate. Yeah, that's 155. Yeah. Looks like he switched fire to the battleship behind me quickly and then back to me, because I'm not moving very fast. Keep pouring it right to the Zhao now. He's in the way of us getting to their base. There's a destroyer over there somewhere too. Those torps are coming this way. Gotta get out of the way of those. A couple of those will just completely destroy this ship. Oh, there's a fire on the Zhao, and a lot of damage too. He does have a repair ability though, so it might make it harder to kill them with just this HE spam. Here comes some fire from him. Ooh. He's shooting HE too. He got hit right in the superstructure. And here comes the Shimikaze torps. Giant wave of torpedoes. Slide right through the opening. Come on, Otago, you can make it too. There we go. There's the Shimikaze. Not sure if I can get a... Oh, another fire on the Zhao. Not sure if I can get a good shot on that Shimikaze. He's a little ways out, and I think he's got his engine boost up. So, I don't think that shot will land. Looks like we got a destroyer by our base pestering our battleship. We gotta deal with these two cruisers before their battleships come back. And that Mogami just ate a torp, which means he probably used his repair ability, so I want to set him on fire so that I can get some good damage on him. Come on. Come on. Speed up just a little, Mogami. You know you want to. Will these not 155s, I'm too used to talking over the Mogami. Will these 203s hit? Looks like a no. Bad aim for the win. I was getting too close for comfort. Gotta dump some shots into him before he goes anywhere. Forward on Iowa is never a fun thing to see if you can't penetrate it, because it has really good frontal armor. I will give it that. I think my even my Yamato has problems penetrating in Iowa from the front. They just have really good frontal armor, and it's really annoying to get through. Those cruisers are still a ways out, but throw some shots in their direction, maybe we'll get lucky and get some hits. Come on, somebody kill that Iowa already. That's way too close to defending their base. Or, well, he is defending the base, but he's way too close for comfort, and I don't want to take shots in this thing, because that's a citadel and a half for that Iowa. But he's burning, so let's see if we can light some more fires on him. Oh, there's one. Just on cue. Our Zhao is taking some wicked fire, though. He's in their cap, but I'm not sure if that was the smartest idea for him to do. But he dropped that Iowa with some speedy torps from the Zhao. I think that thing has the fastest torps in the game, if I'm right. Not sure if the Russian torps top that speed, but the Zhao has some wicked fast torps. I think they're 76, 74, somewhere in there. Kilometers per hour. If you get within 8 kilometers, you're going to have those torps thrown at you, and if you don't dodge right, they're going to do some damage. Switch to AP for the New Orleans because he's close and he is pretty much broadside to me. Also drop some torps in case our fire doesn't quite kill him. Little damage. Come on, aim better. Still little damage. We gotta save the Zhao. Come on. Switch fire to the Mogami. Why not? It's got little health left, so why not try to kill it? The New Orleans was starting to sail into my torps anyway, and there goes the Zhao. Oh, there's the citadel on the New Orleans. That's what I wanted to see. And the Zhao picks it up with some... I think it was a fire on the New Orleans that killed him, but the Zhao picked it up after death, so that's kind of worth it for him. Come on, we gotta sink this Mogami. He's preventing us from capping now, and then I gotta switch my fire to that Zhao. So come on, let's hit this Mogami good. Come on. And this is just bad aim from me. I cannot hit stuff that's facing straight towards me sometimes. And completely whiffed. I'm surprised that I actually am bouncing shots from that Zhao off my aft end, because usually that would penetrate. And there goes a turret. Figures it's one of the ones that I'm using at that time too. So we'll dump some more shots into him. He's got such low health, but I just can't hit him. Oh. I got a turret, not his health. Will those last two? Oh, yep. Last two got him. The last 172 health he had. Wow. He survived for quite a while. Let's switch fire back to the Zhao since he's closest to cap, and switch back to HE because Zhao has pretty good armor. For a cruiser, that thing is armored like a tank. I think I've only ever gotten one citadel penetration on a Zhao in my battleships. They have some pretty good armor. At least for the cruiser standards from what's in the game right now. So we'll start throwing HE at him, treat him just like a battleship. Looks like some of the team's helping out with some supporting fire. We just gotta sink that Zhao and then get back to their cap circle. And hope to God that their Shimikaze does not come back to reset it. Because I do not want to play with that thing in this. Does not have the turning circle that I need to play with a Shimikaze at close range. Come on. There's the Zhao. Alright. So what do we got out there? Can't really read the names. Oh, there's an Ibuki. Whenever I see an enemy ship, when we're like the only two of that ship in the game, it's kind of like, alright, I gotta be the dominant one. I have to be the better one. A lot of times I'm not. Because sometimes I just can't aim worth anything. So, constant whiff shots means I sink first. but I always like to think of it as a 1v1 situation, as I want to be better than the other one of my ship in the game. I want to be the better one, and that helps me improve my stats sometimes, because even if I lose, it teaches me A, what my ship's capable of, and B, if they did something that I didn't quite know about before, it teaches me a new trick to use on the ship, such as angle it this way to bounce shots from the same one, turn out at this time, all that stuff. So a lot of people just go and rage, say, oh, I died because no team, but think about what that other ship did and learn from it. Use it as a learning experience to better yourself. Now we're under fire from a sneaky little Atlanta that got really close to me without me noticing. So I got the AP and I'm pounding it to it. And looks like, yep, my teammate will finish it off in the Mogami behind me. So back to the Ibuki. And I got the Confederate Award off that Atlanta. That's what I was thinking of. A few hits on the Ibuki. Probably nothing big. So they got 3 ships left. They have the Tier 10 Japanese destroyer, the Shimakaze. They have the Ibuki, the Tier 9 Japanese cruiser. And they have an Amagi, the Tier 8 Japanese battleship. Both are all pretty big threats to me. I wouldn't say the Ibuki is, because he doesn't have as much health as me at the moment, but he's still a major threat and could do some big damage to me. And right now I'm just kind of puttering around in the cap, seeing if nobody will reset me. Now that Shimakaze probably has the Tier 4 captain skill, I think it's called Last Stand, where his engines don't really get knocked out, but it looks like he repaired his engines, and he's under constant fire from our team, so hopefully he'll be going down here, because we really don't want him in the game anymore. And there we go, we got him. So we got the Ibuki and we got the Amagi. We'll pick on the Amagi first, just because I know that I can't take a hit from him, whereas I can take a hit from the Ibuki and live on. We did some big damage to him, so hopefully our team will finish that off while we switch fire to the Ibuki. Oh, he set me on fire. We'll swing out of his range and swing our guns around to get back on him. Oh, we got one of his main turrets too. Always a good thing. Less turrets that are shooting back at you, the better. Magi's dead, but we also lost the Mogami that was in cap with me. But this Ibuki is all that's left, and our whole team is bearing down on him now. He's out of range, but I might as well throw torps. I only have one on that side, but if he was going to keep coming towards me and getting a quick duel, those might ward him off. So we'll keep dousing him with HE. There's another good damage roll. Come on, sink him fast. Gotta get that kill. Can we make it 4 kills? Not on that shot. Come on. We can win this game. We got less than a minute left to sink this Ibuki. They're incapacitated one of his turrets. Looks like all the Shimakaze's torps are gonna miss too. Some fire coming in from a battleship. There's some good damage. One more good hit will sink him. Come on. You can do it. Now you know you're fucked when a Shimakaze opens up with gunfire on a cruiser. At that point you know you're cornered and your game's over. And of course I missed those shots, but whose shots will get there first, mine or the Amagi's? Looks like it'll be mine. So that was a win. And now I have this game where I didn't save the end screen for it, and I kind of wish I did, but I do have them for the first game. This is more of the Ibuki being caught in a corner and what you can do to get out of the situation. So we're on hotspot, we're on the north side above C, and this is the side that usually the enemy team will focus and try to take out first. And they have two big battleships. I think they have an Izumo and an Iowa. I'm not sure if they did have an Iowa, but I know they had an Izumo, and we're gonna see him pretty soon. So we'll get rolling. Of course, we have all the destroyers up here. We got a Tirpitz, Paper Cola, and there's their Izumo. So, as soon as he gets in range, we'll open up with some long-range HE spam like usual. Hopefully our destroyers can get into C pretty quick. Oh, there's a North Carolina. And a Miyoko. Maybe it was the North Carolina that I was thinking of. I think all we had was Tirpitzes. Which is never a good thing. So we'll get some ending shots over that island. Yeah, it looks like they're moving to crush our spawn. A is moving in on us that way, and I took some HE right there. Looks like the area below C is also moving up. Our destroyers just found one of theirs. One of our cruisers is asking our carrier if they need AA. I'm trying to get south to push hard because they're pushing up on us. And they're already flaming our carrier. I realize he didn't talk and he went away from our team, but I mean, it looks like he's going to do a pretty decent strike on the enemy carrier. Oh, that Izumo's looking. He really wants to start shooting at stuff. So let's get the hell out of Dodge here. Drop some fire on him and get off to the side because they got a team rolling around that corner. I think they have a Miyoko, a Pensacola, and North Carolina, and a Izumo over there. So we'll slowly start increasing our range on these guys, so because I don't want any of that stuff touching my ship, especially those two battleships. I'll get in a fight with a Miyoko and a Pensacola if I have to, but with those two battleships there, it's not easy for me to do that. Keep dumping fire, and now I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get out of this, because now we have an Ibuki and a Tirpitz moving in on our left side from A. So, if I'm going to get out of here, I have to open an escape route. So I'm switching my fire to that Ibuki, who's already got a fire on his ship. Come on. Let's get some decent hits in here before that Tirpitz figures out I'm over here. And right now I saw that Tirpitz come around the corner and start shooting at me, and I went, yep. This will probably be the end, but I'm going to go in for a torp run. I got both the Ibuki's torps knocked out on one side, at least for a little bit. And I set him on fire, which I think he repaired. And our CV killed the enemy CV, so always a good thing. And that Ibuki just beached himself. So, anyone want to say free food? We'll keep pounding the crap out of him while he's trying to back off that island and can only get 2 guns on us. I'm hoping for some nice hits here, and oh, Tirpitz is starting to get his aim down. Took a decent hit from him and popped my repair ability. Come on. Gotta kill that Ibuki. It's gonna prevent me from getting this I almost said torpits. Turpits. Come on. Secondaries are opening up on the turpits. And there goes a main turret. So now I'm basically a Zhao without the triple turrets. There goes the Ibuki. Got him. Alright, turpits just torped where he thought I was going. I'll swing this around. Give him a full broadside of my torps. This thing has 8 torps on each side. They're pretty deadly, which this turpits is just about to find out. 1 hit. 2 hits. 3 hits. 2 floodings, which he might have repaired. Swing him back around, switch to a close range spread. Or spread for close range, the tight spread. Give him some HE. Try to drive out in case he gets another shot off, and sink him with torps. So, lost half my health. Came out with an Ibuki and a turpits. Now I'm taking fire from the Azumo that got around that corner. They sunk both our battleship and our cruiser that was over there, so now it's just us up here. And we only have 4 turrets. So it's not looking great. I'm trying to pull off so that I can get behind these islands over here and dodge the 410 fire from the 410 millimeter, I should say. Fire from the Azumo. Oh, a little bit of lag there. Keep setting them on fire. Be about as annoying as I can be before I die and get all the damage in. Keep dropping fire on them. Come on. Huh. Slowed down enough to make me miss. Damn battleships. Battleships with all their brains and so much better than cruisers. Everybody knows I'm joking. A lot of battleships like their straight lines. And now our destroyers are coming out to try to get these. Which, the Azumo has decent range secondaries, and it's probably not a good thing to get really close to them. Which I think one of our destroyers finds out right there. Somebody just got a double strike on those destroyers. And our destroyers killed one of them. Oh, come on, hit the Azumo with some torps. They got one. Not bad. So that'll cause flooding, hopefully. And we got a fire on him, so that's a lot of dot, and our carrier's over top. Nice. And our team just dominated the other side this game, so that was a great thing. Come on. There we go, we got the Azumo. Finally. Payback. We got the Ibuki out there. And we got a North Carolina behind us. That's all the enemy team has left. So focus fire on that Ibuki. Try to save the battleship over there. Ibuki, 9 torpedoes. Pretty hard spread to dodge. It's got 3 launchers of 3. And he just popped smoke. So that's rough on that battleship over there. Is that a battleship or a cruiser? It's rough on that cruiser over there, I should say. It is a Pensacola though, so maybe he'll fare okay. Pensacola has pretty good turning time. Oh, nice. I actually hit the little sucker out there. Trying to stay behind this island, keep the island between me and this North Carolina. I do not want to be the focus of his attention at this close of range. But it looks like he's focusing somewhere else, so I'm going to pour some fire into him. Decent damage. Not a fire, but still decent damage. Give him one more and get behind this island so that he doesn't come back to focus me. There's a fire. These things are just great for that. And anyway, this video is going to come to a close pretty soon as we sink this Ibuki. So, hope you all have a great day. Like, favorite, subscribe, whatever you want. Comment, I don't care. Either way, have a great day, and I'll see you on the seas.